How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Phoenix, Wright. Where we last left off. Found some blood in the locker room, and now we gotta go meet up with what's his name? Edgy Boy. We're done talking to you. Where was he again? Police department? Fuck. Detention center? No, not you. Oh yeah, the prosecutor's office. Man, that took me some time. Oh, it's the bellboy! Oh, guest, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgy Boy, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgy Boy here? There, standing by the window, the teacup in his hand. That doesn't look like he's holding any teacup. Right. He has the hotel bringing tea service? Mr. Edgy Boy, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently. A new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Boy. Oh, Mr. Edgy Boy, I think the whole thing has really taken a toll on him. Alright, let's talk. So, how'd the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control to the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you. Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay, I guess we'll present him with the... I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with the case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about that his father murdered. Yeah, we know. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Well, you got nervous too, Mr. Edgy Boy? What I want to know is why was Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be in my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. Okay, that's it? I gotta tell me more? Shit! The glove? Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright! Mr. Edgy Boy touched on the note in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? If I just show him the best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. Best evidence, huh? Oh, this one. Oh, right! I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgy Boy, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes. That's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeboy?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for the case that wrapped up half a year ago. AI-16. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In the case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now, I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Evidence from the past case of Edgy Boys brought back to his office by Gant's request. Can I examine it? Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science?
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints?
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth? I mean, boy, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, check your power and these fingerprints files and everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Ooh, I'm gonna fingerprint that mascot.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Mascot! 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 Can I use? Well, let me use. Oh, I can't even look at this. Nothing to examine. I want to use it! On the mascot! Oh, can I check this in here?
That got to do with anything.
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgy Boy said.
That makes seems like it's all more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, it's used for opening the locker room. Why can't I use it? Fine, I'll spray. I'm gonna spray everything. Okay, I can't examine it. Door? It has a goddamn handprint on! Maybe I need to trigger something else first. Alright. Back to investigating. Okay, move back to the guard station. Let's spray in here too. Maybe we'll find some... I know what this is. Use. On there. On the machines, maybe? Oh. There's blood on the cacti!
Wow, we got a reaction!
There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right on these spines.
I think that might be more painful than being murdered.
That's it? Guess it's not important. Okay. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, it is blood on the detective evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started.
Alright, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
The thumb?
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Well, this is the most... Wait, there's something here. Alright, the thumb.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
Enter, see?
Ah, looks like that did the trick.
Aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow it away. The excess.
Huh? How do I do that? Blow it. Fucking... With E. Exciting, I know. What button is that on the controller?
Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. Just put a powder in the thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basic of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
Guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, Y is blow. I have unlimited supply! Oh, I have to do it all?
You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It was a glove. I think it means we're out of luck.
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down! That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem like a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker again closely.
I see some more. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints out the blood. Yeah, right there. And then we dust it all over the screen. That should do it. Ooh. Are we missing something?
Yay! Print's so clear, it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find.
Really?
Let's smash it up right away.
So we're not done yet. This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgy Boy. And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Gumshoe? It is his locker. It is him. Comparison complete. Match found. Oh, hell yeah.
Ha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
He's angry in that preview picture.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this
So,
what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. This is where the little footprints, right?
Right! There was a handprint here! Okay. Want to try using this?
Check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints.
Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The air with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
In the prison there, where air would be wiped away, too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me. I'm no scientist.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. We got a finger here. Oh, I'm dusting. Wait, is it working? Oh, what? I didn't see anything there. Oh well, according to this, it found something. Leave it to me, Emma. Cover this area with so much aluminum, we'll get poisoned. Oh, here's something. Give it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it does.
It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different printer then.
It's the same one. So we have the pinky here. We have the ring finger here. Middle finger here. So we have the pointy finger here. So the thumb must be... Did I check here? Ooh! Aha, boy! Smearing a bit more here. Okay, who can we match this with? No. Ooh, Jake Marshall! He was in here. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall!
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh!
So, you have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain.
Why would Officer Marshall?
Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
Okay. Back to trial, boys. We got a lot of evidence right now. Save my progress. Oh, only halfway-ish. I can do more.
So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. We used an all-nighters, though. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But Lana! Don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky, we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24. we're back, baby. Court is now in session for the trial of Mrs. Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Miss Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgy Boy's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
No, that's what sets Mr. Edgy Boy apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
That's supposed to be an admirable trait? Oh well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgy Boy, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ooh boy! Things are getting wild from the get-go. Officer Meekins. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I'm the officer Michael Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! You're too nervous for this, Meekins. So you're telling that you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again! Sir, you got to believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is... Sir, is what you want to... what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person, child, whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edge Boy. Sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for the lack of enthusiasm. Witness testimony!
Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Why did he allow him to bring in the fucking speaker? That's the Meekins family matter, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with.
Cross-examination!
Although it might be memorable. Okay. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now, there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which means many officers was given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Ugh. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That's my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I saw that there. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! The one right there. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. So many nines. I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is the last one? Oh, it's used twice! What? It's shown as being used twice! Please explain, witness. Is that the real mystery, sir? The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And then the second time is when I went to get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during the second time then? When? Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security camera screen. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in and on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's what I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life. Then I did it. What exactly do you mean? Do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look like that type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew. So, wait. Drenched in his blood? On a coat? You mean this one? Oh my god. Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice, but, it's nice that you recovered this. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badge, sir. I returned it to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is that? Videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains the footage from security camera in the evidence room. Objection! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murderer, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Well, let's watch it. Is it animated? Oh shit, it is! It's 3D animated! Well, there's a handprint there. Look at that 3D! Okay, a glove fell out. And then Meekins came in. Wait, where did he go? How could he pass the camera? Oh, wait! The cloth thing! Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that was the pride and joy of the Detective Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the blue badge, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on completely incomplete footage, the witness testimony would suffice. Is that alright with you, Miss Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. With this testimony,
Mystery Man.
his face can't be clearly seen in that video, but there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. It must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Cross-examination!
Mystery Man. Okay, there's something I wanted to check first. This videotape. Okay, you see the first locker, right? And he still has the handprint on the mask gun. The coat. See the first locker? There's nothing sticking out of it. And the glove fell off. Ah, such 3D animation. So he attacked Meekins and that got blood splattered over him. The coat got splattered. That's the coat that... Is it the same coat that... that Lana was wearing? And see, there it is! See the cloth sticking out? Ooh, and who else has access to that? Okay. Tell me, where were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife.
Sir, you must be labeled Pierce. If you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe it will be classified as the latter.
The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you're the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not a kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, sir. You see?
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir.
But you don't know that for sure, do you?
You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, you must label people as having seen or not seen.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins? Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
I mean, he opened the locker.
Yeah, I know this. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. The only response I registered
they only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of method he tried. The man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. Then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know. The workers in the department, the cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic trouble, sir. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. That man's face. Wait, wasn't there a thing that Gumshoe said that people would get electrified if they tried to open it or something? Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify through this. Enough to this, sir. You have a point. The fish doesn't lie. That is... unless the defense can define a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Okay, I can save here. Bam. Okay, let's check what we got. Oh, indicator lights when it's open. Let me see his. Okay, so they're all off. It's on! It's already open! Oh my god! Present this! Present this! There's a problem! Regarding the video contained in this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to a possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Objection! Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. H-Boy? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in this video. How? You want me to point it out? Yeah, it's light up already. It was already open. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect the piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out the problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
Get done, Mr. Wright, and set it up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look at it. Be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Noted, Mr. Wright. Please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction in that? Oh, okay. Okay, okay, fast forward. Okay, you see here, you see... Pause! It's already lit up, but let's keep playing. I want to see, like, after the fight. This one's closed. Glove fell off. After the fight. After the fight. Okay, still on. Okay, back. Oh, we got him now, boys! Like, even before he came in, it was no, back! Take that! The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Officer Meekins? Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. locker was already open! So there was no need for his fingerprint. Oh, that's some very jank fingers. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little bit earlier. Oh, can you do it faster, please? Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit! Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. Objection! But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor will detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this is actually my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, we didn't see him walk by.
I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. You want to find a cause for that? You want me to put... The glove? Take that! Please watch closely. This is the continuing of the part I showed you earlier. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my... Objection! We can't be sure. That item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensors and the door? Inserted? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the subject would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block the electric currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? Save. What was the insulator that was... The glove. Where's the glove thing I found? Take that! I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. Well, we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seemed to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir! It would appear, sir! Sir! Order! Order! So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence rooms, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgy Boy? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this! My finger! Yeah, this is a... Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Oh, Mystery Man 2. Witness testimony! Yeah, we'll see that next time. A little 15 extra bonus for you guys. Well, that's it for this part. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna leave you guys with a high five.